Team 49, really excited about this group. Just a really fun group of young women that understand what's next for us, that next step. They've only been here, I think, as a group 3 weeks, but it's been an incredible 3 weeks. It's almost as if we have been together all summer, honestly. Um, One of the things I really like about our group is just the personalities. We last year we I just thought we were always fun loving, and this group is way more like they're still fun loving, but they're competitive and super focused. So, which makes for intense practices and really excited. We were in the office just watching Maddie play in Chile. It's 60 degrees, so I saw her like freezing out there because it's winter. But she's doing well, and this is the first time she's been like gone. And while we miss her, we don't miss her. So like that's huge for our team, and I think you all are like what you see with the group throughout the season.
Coach, can you give us an update on contract
Yeah,
negotiations? I know they've been ongoing.
yeah.
Ole Miss hasn't released anything. We're still waiting.
hmm
What's going on?
Well, I let my attorney handles that. I try to just continue to focus and do what needs to be done. But I can say that we are nearing. We're getting close to getting it done, and I'm super excited about that because I think everybody knows I love Oxford. This has become home for me, and I love Ole Miss. So, but we can't say yes to something until it's all the way right. And I think both parties understood that, and it's been healthy conversations. I hadn't been involved in a lot of them, but now that we're nearing at the end, I'm excited. I'm optimistic about it.
What can you learn about your team on a trip like this?
Well, I mean, going to Italy, I don't know what I'm going to learn. I'm hoping to learn something new every single day. That's why I'm excited about the trip. We've been due for this trip like for 3 years now, and I've been putting it off and putting it off because I've been waiting on that right time. And I just felt like with five freshmen, um, three newcomers, this was like the perfect time for us to do it, and really excited about the educational part, but also, the fact that we'll be able to vibe as a group as well.
Coach, can you talk to us how the transfers have done so far?
hmm
Through workouts, Kennedy, Todd Williams, and
Yeah,
KK, and all the whole crew.
yeah. Well, I think my recruiting pitch to Toddy was like, if you've been to Ole Miss, you'll fit in with the nickname Toddy already. So she's been great. Toddy brings an incredible level of work ethic that we have not seen here, just constantly in the gym all the time on her own. And one thing that I love about her, she brings people with her. As far as Carissa, she's a sophomore, so she's still young in my book, but very fierce, rebounds, aggressive, just brings that toughness, which is going to be huge. With Slim graduating and just keeping that going, she brings that automatically, and she's super skilled, and we're kind of like learning that. And I didn't know that before because of how they played. And then KK is, PG1 for us. We're getting ready for football season, so she's PG1. I mean, she's just a leader. Uh, the point guard. I don't know that I've had a point guard like her. She's very special and unique in a good way. She's reminds me a lot of me. So I expect us to have a good time all season, and she definitely brings the fierceness, the leadership, the competitiveness that one would need in that position.
Coach, you said in your opening statement that this team understands what's next.
Yeah.
So what is
Yeah.
next? What can you share?
Well, I mean, shoot, we definitely don't want to make any steps back. I remember in year one, I used to tell everybody, "It's a crock pot. It's a crock pot," uh, and we've been cooking in that crock pot. But now we got a new dish, and so we want to make history. There's no doubt about it. I think even when we were 0-16, I was telling everybody we want to win a national championship. That will always be the ultimate goal for us. Would I be happy if we get to the Sweet 16 and move beyond that? Absolutely. That is probably the natural step that you would want to take. But, we're not that perennial Sweet 16 program yet until we show that we can do it. We ran into one last year in Louisville, and you see what happened. The experience read its head. And so for us, we have to show that we are a perennial team that can go late into March as well. And that's what's next for our group. We got a really, really competitive non-conference schedule that we're soon to release. I think our fans will like it. I know two games that you all already know about is the Louisville game, so that'll be a fun rematch here. We want to pack that out. And can I talk about the other one?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're good.
And then Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I think we have them as our second game. Want to pack that out as well. That's just a fun team that that will be coming to the SEC after this season. So, and we went there and lost a heartbreaker last year. So, right off the bat, I think in November, you all will be able to make some bold predictions about our team like you've never before. With those two teams, the tournament in the Bahamas, which is jam packed with talent, is going to be great.
Football coaches get asked this a lot lately, but not so much women's basketball coaches. Texas and Oklahoma are coming into
Yeah.
this league. What are your thoughts on what they're going to do to it?
Oh my God! I mean, I know the Southeastern Conference. I mean, is known for its football, but come on, we've been winning national championships in all kind of sports, right? So we're an everything conference, and I tell you one thing: with Texas and Oklahoma coming in, Texas lost to go to the Sweet 16. They lost, and Vic is no stranger to the Southeastern Conference. I just told him on the road, I said, "You just couldn't stay away, huh?" And and then Oklahoma. She does a great job. It's going to bring a unique style of play, but she's no stranger to SEC teams. Last year, she played us and Florida in the Jordan Brand Classic, and she's a phenomenal coach. So they're going to, if anything, up the level of talent in our conference. And right now, we're hovering around 7 to 8 teams going to the tournament. I expect anywhere from 8 to 10 in the future. So, for as far as women's basketball concerned, we would like to think that we're at the top for sure as far as talent.
Circling back to that non-conference, I mean, I don't think you got a choice in that Louisville one, but
Yeah.
the rest of it being tough. I mean, is that done? Trying to build a hosting resume? I mean, what's the objective there?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I asked my my associate AD for women's basketball every day. Why did we schedule this again? Hey, at some point you want to be able to show that your team is primed and want to be respected, right? We don't care about rankings, but we do care about being respected amongst everybody in the country. We felt like we were poorly seated last year. It worked out for us, but who wants to play the number one seed in the second round? We'd like to avoid that. And so we decided to beef up our schedule. We're getting ready to release it probably in a week or so, and we're getting ready to play against some high level talent in November. And if we do well, we can get a whole lot of respect. If we don't, then I guess the jury is still out because you won't be able to cancel us out. I do believe that this is one of my best teams as of late.
Questions for Coach?
Me? I don't have any questions. What are you most excited about in Italy?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. For Italy, I'm excited about the wine. No.
Good answer.
I'm excited about the cuisine. I'm excited that my family is coming. So both of my kids and my husband, they'll be there. I have not been to Italy. I was just saying I've been to Budapest. I've been to Portugal, Madrid. Just came back from Madrid, but I have not been to Italy. So I'm excited. Chile. I'm excited about this opportunity just to spend time with our team, family, eat, drink, and be merry.
Well, we kind of ask everybody this. But do you have a favorite dish for when you get to Italy? Or
Well, I definitely know the different types of pasta, and it ain't shrimp pasta and the different like the girls were saying. I've heard about the pasta, so I'm excited to see, how different it tastes. We Coach Boyan and I were just in Madrid, and we went to a market, and the food tastes different, in a good way. So, really excited about using my global entry and getting in and out of those lines, and not having to wait a long time.
Any other questions for Coach? Great.
What's our
Thanks,
football
everyone.
predictions now?